that means I'm fucking hard. There's one for you. Go on. Fishes are going to get dogs if you say. Yeah, no, you don't. Yeah, check, yes. Right. Right. Right.
Sounds like a...
Don't milk it now, Matt. You'd be surprised what I know about hurling.
Don't talk, otherwise you're on air. Right? Once you screen, you're on air. You can be heard.
Train on me now. I can only tell you how it looks from here. I think you made up your mind. I think you made up your mind.
Newbridge or nowhere, they say. We're in Newbridge again tonight, but this time it's for a really special occasion, the hashtag Hurling for Cancer. Jim Bulger's big project, of course, to raise money for cancer. We've got a feast of celebrities here from the hurling world, the horse racing world. I've seen even some rugby players here, some TV presenters. Everybody's here tonight doing their bit for cancer. But of course, when we're talking about celebrities and stars, the biggest star of all, of course, is waiting in the commentary box. It's none other than Marty Morrissey.
Well, that's an introduction and a half. I'm glad you were able to read my writing there, Maura Tressa, but thank you very much indeed. And I'm joined by, on this auspicious historic occasion, as we look at the most unfit group of 50 lads walking behind the Garda band. I'm joined by the legendary, he made a huge name in the game of hurling. It is Johnny Doyle of Kildare. Good evening, Johnny.
Marty, that's a great introduction. I'm absolutely honoured that I'm out here and not on the field. I was lined out supposed to play at wing back, and I looked at the opposition. Who am I marking? Some lad by the name of Fennelly from Kilkenny, Colin Fennelly.
Yes.
So that's why I'm up here.
Yeah, he's showing a bit of potential, Colin. So, but I still think you're better off up here beside me.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we've some brilliant stars out there from, as you rightly say, hurlers and rugby players and racing fraternity and the whole lot. So
Yes.
we're looking forward to a really good game.
And Johnny, since we're in Vision at the moment, can you tell me honestly, do you know anything at all about hurling?
Well, I played a bit of hurling. My last game of hurling was out here with the club, Kyle Dove. I was an under-21 game, and but then the football got a bit serious, and when I went to the club to tell them that I mightn't be playing anymore, they were wishing me well and they were delighted to get me out the gate. So that tells you where my hurling career was. But played a small bit, Marty, and was honoured to wear the red of Kyle Dove.
Well, on the pitch now we have the parade. It's just coming to a conclusion. We've loads of action and skill already being displayed here as the teams warmed up. And we've some huge names. Damien Fitzhenry will be in goal for Jim Bulger Stars. There's obviously a Wexford connection. We also have JJ Delaney, we've Jackie Terrell, we've Richie Hogan and Cha Fitzpatrick. As we pause now for our Ron Navian. Wonderful atmosphere here in St. Conleth's Park in Newbridge. The stadium, the stand as such is almost packed to capacity. They're expecting a crowd around 6,000 here for this Hurling for Cancer match. It's such a wonderful cause, and we've seen Davy Russell and Jim Bulger who came together to put this wonderful idea together, and it building and building and building. And this will no doubt be the biggest crowd this afternoon and this evening, and a huge, huge crowd. We're looking forward to a great game with wonderful skill by the hurlers, footballers, rugby stars, and indeed, of course, jockeys as well. And one of the legends of the game of hurling is now indeed with Maura Tressa.
Well, blessed is she amongst men, and especially me tonight. I'm surrounded by Clare men, Marty Morrissey in one corner, and I'm joined now by another Clare man. Some would argue perhaps the more famous one. Marty wouldn't like to hear that. Davy Fitzgerald. Today, fresh off the press, you've signed on to another year with Wexford.
Yeah, we're back for another year. But before we say that, listen, there's no doubt Marty's the most famous Clare man around. Yeah, I'm back with Wexford for another year and delighted to be going back.
You're here now tonight as well. It's hurling. It's going to be different, and I know you're going to be involved on the sideline. Now, we all know Davy Fitz, when the match starts, you get into it. Will you be getting us into it this evening?
Maybe not as much as normal, right? Might have to hold back a small bit this evening. Any game that's on, of course, you want to win it, that's for sure, but this evening will be a small bit different. It's for the right cause, right? And I'm delighted to have so many people from various sports here. It's incredible to meet them and talk to them, and we're all here for one cause, and I can't get over the crowd. It's phenomenal, absolutely brilliant.
Now, I know you well enough to know you take all competition seriously. It could be a game of table tennis, it could be cards with your mother, and like I can see you now, you're just thinking, oh yeah, I'll be calm until it kicks off. A competition, that's what's, I suppose, maybe people like about you, in that you're really competitive.
Well, listen, I'm standing here talking to you, and I prefer to be down there on the sideline giving out to the boys.
I let you off to give out because it's time to start the match here. We let you go. Listen, thanks a million for your time, Davy, and give out and make sure the camera's there when you do.
Thank you, Maura Trasov and Davy Fitzgerald. As the game is on, no score as of yet. I think the likelihood is that we might never get a score in this match in St. Conleth's, but we'll keep trying as the Wexford Jim Bulger Stars are in the Wexford jersey, playing against Davy Russell, a proud Youghal man from Cork, in the red and white. So it's Cork against Wexford, Davy Russell against Jim Bulger, and it's Jim Bulger Stars going into the attack as Brian Carroll from Offaly sends that ball over the bar for the first score in this wonderful Hurling for Cancer match.
Yeah, great score, and in fairness to Brian, he's well used to doing that. He's done it all his life, and just made it look very easy, Marty.
Yes, and it was Stephen Hunt actually who was giving into, that's Charlie Carter actually. It's Charlie Carter, Brian Carroll, delete that from your memory bank. It was Charlie Carter, Stephen Hunt, Republic of Ireland former international soccer star, to Charlie Carter, Waterford and Kilkenny combining for the opening score for Jim Bulger Star. As 1 point for Jim, still no score for Davy, as the Cork team go into the attack here. It's just over. You can now obviously see a huge crowd gathering to see these mixed bag of stars as Richie Hogan comes away, strolling down the middle of the field, giving it a little bit of air as the Wexford boys once again have the ball. This is Charlie Carter. Charlie giving it into the middle. They're waiting for this John Mulhall from Kilkenny, sending it up just a little bit. And Wexford Stars, Jim Bulgers, losing possession here, at least they should. And it's Davy Russell's Stars again that have the possession. It's a sweet ball from Andrew Ring from Kilkenny, native of Kilkenny, and coming back again indeed to the number 32, and that is, as I said, Andrew Ring.
Looks like big Niall Quinn at the edge of the square, looking to get as much ball into him, the old Jack Charlton style, and just put it in there as quick as you can, and he looks fairly comfortable on the ball.
And Anna Geary dancing her way through there, if I may say so myself. Her foxtrot was very good back in January and February, and she's still showing some wonderful feet action.
Well, no, Marty, I would be no bad and all as I am at the hurling, with the foxtrot and things like that. I would be no expert, but in fairness to you, you're well up in speed and all that sort of thing.
I will never forget Anna Geary dancing Frozen. It was just fantastic, and she danced her way through there for a score as the Wexford boys come back into the attack, and the umpires are unsure. I don't think we've Hawkeye. Have we Hawkeye here in Newbridge?
No, Hawkeye is a bit like myself. Is injured for the day. So they're no. I think the umpires were anywhere. If you send it into the goals at all, the umpires are happy enough to give a score.
The puck out is dropping down towards Anna Geary again, looking sharp, swing it into the middle. That's a great ball from Anna Geary. In for is Conor MacDonald. Cork and Wexford combining there, and that is gone wide, just to the right of the post. And I'm sure indeed that Davy Russell will not be pleased with Conor MacDonald missing that open opportunity.
No,
that's the Wexford boys again.
He was under 45. I think he copped the goalkeeper Ian McCarthy off his, or is it Damien Fitzhenry off the line, and he went for glory. I think there was going to be a bit of slagging around Wexford, but he stuck that in the top corner.
And Cyril Farrell the match referee has blown the whistle for the first time in about 22 years. And he gave it just a little blast.
Yeah,
he's looking a bit tired as a result. There's Cyril, yes.
Yeah,
Doesn't he look a bit tired after blowing the whistle?
He said he was going to blow the whistle twice, once to start and one to finish it.
That's about it.
He's true to his word, Marty.
As the ball goes over the bar for another point for Davy Russell Stars.
Well, it went in the direction of the goal. In fairness to Colin O'Rourke, he admitted himself that the eyesight wouldn't be once what it was. So as soon as he sees the orange ball at all, he's putting the flag up.
Well, this game is so interesting that we're going to leave it for just for a moment and talk to a real legend of racing. It's Pat Smullen speaking to our Mora.
Tonight is full of stars, and one star here who doesn't need any introduction from the horse racing fraternity, Pat Smullen. I've assumed this evening very close to your heart, Hurling for Cancer.
Oh yeah, it's obviously now in this situation that I'm in, it's taken on a whole new life. But yeah, it's amazing the support that's here, and great work that Jim and Davy have done.
As well as that, I suppose we all know cancer, it affects all of us one way or another. We don't want it to come as close to our doorstep, but when it does, it must be great to know that there's support there. It's not all about medical support either. It's about friends, family, people coming together.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I'm thankfully I'm doing well, and I'm just afraid of getting a belt of a sliotar here. But while the medical team have been absolutely unbelievable, but the support and from family, friends, and all the race, and the general public has been nothing short of overwhelming, and that has given me great hope and great support and great will to keep going. And without that, there's no doubt I wouldn't be doing it as well as I am.
Now, the thing is, you're an athlete. There's lots of athletes here today. It's for charity, but we can see the competitive edge. Who are you going to be cheering for?
Oh, I'm cheering for them all, but I tell you, I was in there throwing in the sliotar to begin with, and while they were all very relaxed in the dressing room beforehand, I was fearful for my life there for a second. They were getting really, the blood was up, and they were getting very competitive, but that's what sports people are, you think they're only going to take, but now everyone wants to win.
We're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Dignan got his first touch of the ball in about 10 years there, and he actually belted it down the field. He went at least 10 yards.
He did, but in fairness to him, he talks a good game. He does.
Absolutely. In his day, as he says.
In his day.
As Wexford, Richie Hogan, there's a strange thing to say, the Wexford colours. A shot! Oh, what a goal by Brian Carroll. That is Brian Carroll into the back of the net. The first goal here in St. Conleth's Park in this wonderful Hurling for Cancer match.
Yeah, and in fairness to Brian, he wasn't just happy to put it across the line. He wanted to stick in the top corner, and that's exactly what he did. What a bullet of a shot. And the poor old keeper, I'd say, the first he saw was when he was picking it out of the net.
Ian McCarthy doesn't look the better for it. He's the goalkeeper down there. He's looking a bit shaken when that rasper went flying past him. And the Wexford boys are back in the attack again as John Mulhall is getting a lot of ball. This time it's Davy Russell's team in the red and white. Belting it down for Azana Geary, who's winning her battle at corner forward against the Wexford man. That's Ollie Canning. And she's really beaten the socks off Ollie Canning. Ollie will want to improve in the second half, or he won't be staying on the field.
Yeah, Ollie, and I don't think Dancing with Stars will be looking for Ollie. His footwork isn't what it once was at the moment.
And here comes another goal for Brian Carroll. Offaly man is looking very, very sharp indeed. A rasper again into the back of the net, and Jim Bolger's Stars look very sharp.
Yeah, he's really sharp. I think they may take him off, Marty. He's running the show here at the moment.
Look at this for purpose and poise and into the back of the net. So right now it's Jim Bolger's All-Stars leading by 2-3 to 2 points. Davy Russell will have to make changes if they're going to stay competitive in this Hurling for Cancer game.
Yeah, Davy, I think he's down a few there. See the left half back, number 7 is gone. He'd be a very good hurler, that Doyle lad.
Yes.
So that was a big loss for Davy Russell.
Absolutely.
But look, you can see it on the scoreboard. It's starting to tell, man.
Yeah. And you can see the Wexford boys are looking more confident since you left. And it's Davy Russell's team now going forward. Ball in towards Mikey Fogarty. Mikey Fogarty can't control it, and that's going to be another sideline ball. Michael Dignan takes a very quick look at that for skill by Dignan, literally spooning it into the middle as Jim Bolger's All-Stars go forward. There's 2 Wexford men marking each other, and 3 Cork lads come in eventually. They arrived on the late bus. 1 Wexford man hits the deck. This is great work indeed by Lee Chin. You could know that Lee Chin is looking sharp as he drops the ball in around the house. The Wexford All-Stars are under a little bit of pressure here, as once again they deal with it, sending it down the wing, straight out to the Davy Russell's man. That's number 29. That's Mike Cleary from Tipperary. and Mike Cleary has scored a fine point.
Yeah, great point. All the time in the world, he was balancing on the hurl a bit, DJ Carey-esque against your own native back in the day. No, native Clare just had time, balanced on the hurl and put it straight over the black spot.
Puck out from Damien Fitzhenry. What a wonderful hurler, what a great goalkeeper he was as the ball comes down into the middle to Matthew O'Hanlon. Wexford man to Wexford man playing in opposite teams. Fine centre half back Matthew O'Hanlon winning the free and sending it straight back down into the Cork half of the field, or the Wexford half of the field I should say, as once again the Wexford defenders are looking very solid. Only Anna Geary is posing a threat up front. As the ball is sent in, long ball. Is that going all the way? The umpire's going for his flag. That's a brilliant point. That's as good as any you'd see in Crook Park.
Absolutely fantastic point from way out, Marty. He must have been inside his own 65 there and put it straight over the black spot. What a score.
Richie Hogan scoring that one.
Yeah, and another lad with a bit of promise. He looks to be, you know, he's really here to impress.
Yeah.
Today he's doing really well.
And Richie's gone down the wing. He's calling for it. Now he gets it. Richie, sweet ball straight. Oh, look at that diagonal ball. Oh, look, they've obviously been training an awful lot, these lads, together, as that ball is sent over the bar. Richie Hogan from in front of the Hogan stand here in St. Conleth's Park over to the Cusick, and it is Charlie Carter that was at the other end of it.
Yeah, the Wexford boys are showboating a little bit, Marty, you know, like the Harlem Globetrotters of the hurling world there, just throwing the ball around there as if they were pucking on the back garden, and no better man to put it between the posts than the great Charlie Carter.
Sideline ball being strategically placed and moved away very quickly. I think he struggled to bend the back there. Ball is coming down towards Anna Geary. Anna causing problems every time the ball comes down to this right corner forward position. Oh, that's a good ball over to the far over wing. There's a chance here from Mikey Fogarty. What's he going to do?
Oh, great goal.
Oh, great goal. Mikey Fogarty, a legend in his own mind there, scoring a cracking goal that brings Davy Russell's All-Stars back into the game. And as a result of that cracking goal, let's go straight down to the goalposts. I believe Maura Trassa has another guest.
Well, I'm joined here now by a man who's more known for his rugby than his hurling, but you're doing a pretty good job here now as Muir. I'd say, Tyke Furlong, you've a new respect perhaps now for GAA linesmen and umpires when they're making tough calls.
Yeah, and one nearly landed on our head there, didn't it? So, no, it's good. It's good to be here, and I suppose I haven't stepped foot in a hurling pitch in a good few years, so it's good to get down and see, I suppose me particularly, see Damien Fitzhenry in goal and stuff. He would have, when I grown up, he would have been the goal for Wexford and someone you really looked up to, so it's great to be a part of in a small way that I am.
Well, that's one thing too. It's actually a really nice event to be a part of. You know, it's bringing people together, it's mixing different worlds together. But, you know, you're used to being on a field when there's a lot of pressure and danger. You're kind of in a different position here now today.
Yeah.
Different kind of danger. Slitters and hurls.
Yeah, they're getting launched in here now, but to be fair, we're doing well up in the other end. I'm shouting for Jim Bulger, of course, representing the Wexford side. So, no, we're doing all right, and Damien's saving him going into onion tack, as they say.
And you got to wave the green flag as well?
I did, just there a second ago. I think it's my first time doing that, so bit of crack.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get back to work.
Great stuff by Tigers. There was a fantastic save while Tiger was speaking there to Maura Trassa. Ian McCarthy, point blank, superb. Really good goalkeeping by the Galway man.
Yeah, super save, as you say, point blank, and threw his whole body across in front of the sliotar, which is a brave thing to do, particularly with the speed it was going at. But it's great to hear to see Tyke Furlong here as well, Marty. A biased umpire as well, and not shy about telling us that he's biased.
No, straight,
you know, which is great. Now we could probably do without chatting to Damien Fitzhenry there so much, because Davy, the ball went in by him there, and he was having a I old
and they're having another chat as I see it now. I mean, Damien will want to concentrate on the game, to be honest.
But that's the confidence of the Wexford men and Jim Bulger stars today. They feel that this match is sorted out before it even gets going.
Chav Fitzpatrick giving it down for Ursula Jacob. Kilkenny and Wexford combining there. Two Cork players here of Davy Russell's team unmarked momentarily. And this is an effort by Mike Cleary from Tipperary, and he's done it again. He's put it over the bar, and the man who's waving the white flag on this occasion is none other than RT analyst and former Meath All-Ireland winner Colm O'Rourke.
Yeah, McCollum was spiking the Colm on the way in, and he's rode in behind us again this year, and you know, it's a testament, Marty, to all the people that turned out from all over the country, just to add some little bit to it, because there's no family or in this country that's not affected by cancer.
Andrew Ring from Kilkenny is wearing number 32 on his back, but my gosh, he's a good hurler. That's a great point. Another one.
Yeah, super score. Well inside their own half and just split the post.
There's Nicky English and Colm O'Rourke. Obviously, Nicky felt that he had to go down and give a bit of advice to Colm O'Rourke.
I think
that this was the game of hurling.
I think he went down with a pair of glasses, to be honest with you, Marty.
Back comes the Wexford boys. Richie Hogan and Chaff Fitzpatrick are a good combination. Long ball inside. There's an opportunity here for Jim Bulger's boys, spreading it across. And the Cork defence under a little bit of pressure. Davy Russell's team are beginning to respond. The scoreline is 2-5 to 1-5, by the way. And it comes all the way down far as this man. That's Liam Cleary from Tipperary. Sending it across. This is a great run. There's an opportunity. Oh, but the pass is terrible. And Wexford come away with it. That's Shane Cadigan, another Kilkenny man. Lots of these young fellas jockeys, of course, and making huge inroads in their sport as the Jim Bulger's team go back into the attack. Brian Carroll is posing problems, so too is Charlie Carter. Waiting for this, Charlie. Charlie still has the magic. Sweeping it inside. That's a nice ball inside far as John Mulhall. And the Kilkenny lads combine nicely, and that's over the bar. Good score.
Yeah, brilliant score and a great build-up play as well. And sent it, just throwing it around there as if they played with each other all their lives, Marty. And some, you know, it's a bit of fun and it's all in good spirit. But the competitiveness is there. You can see it in them. As Pat Smullen said, the competitiveness is in these people, and it's hard to get away from it.
Ball comes in for Damien Fitzhenry. Oops, Damien has left it behind him, and there's an opportunity here for the Davy Russell's team. Anna Geary almost got a touch. And it's once again Michael Dignan. Look at the movement, look at the balance, look at the hand pass. Did he move there, Johnny Dodd? Did Michael Dignan actually move?
I thought you were going to say, look at the lack of movement there, Marty. But he makes it like that. He doesn't have to, you know. I mean, there's no point running around and everyone losing the head. And when Michael Dignan just nice and easy and gets the job done.
I still see that Nicky English is down there with Colm O'Rourke trying to say, now Colm, you raise the white flag when the ball goes over the bar and between the posts. I can see it from here. That's what he's telling me.
Well, Colm looks a bit happier than he does when Mr. Spillane and Mr. Brawley are each side of him. So I think he's happy enough listening to Nicky English.
Anyway, it's back to the Wexford Jim Bulger's All-Stars. Picking up the ball here is Charles Fitzpatrick. Charles sending it across. Michael Dignan has moved into the attack. He's pulled the brakes. What's he going to do now? Don't think he knows what he's going to do himself. Little combination here with John Mulhall. Oh, Michael is not. Michael is struggling. Oh, no, and the attack ends. And Michael will be back in his own half of the field by Tuesday, I'd say, as the Cork boys go back into the attack. And this is, once again, Mikey Fogarty, who's playing well here on the wing. Ball drops in. There's an opportunity here. There's a chance. Great block down. There's plenty of Wexford lads around. And then one of them is Damien Fitzhenry. And Damien will let fly. The slither has gone back into the other half of the field. Oh, well, caught. Brilliantly caught, in fact. And we give full credit to Liam Oak McGovern, of course, Wexford hurler. And that hits the back of the net. The move that began with Liam Oak McGovern with a fantastic catch. And the ball is in the back of the Cork men's net again. Coming through the centre there, letting fly. Brilliant finish. Superb. This is Michael Dignan. See what I mean? No, look. Oh, yes, good man, Michael. Yes. Now, what am I going to do, Michael? Yes, it laid off. That was a good decision.
Absolutely.
That's just what Michael would do in the Sunday game.
The bad decision was the 1-2 he called. He should have just called one. He should have left it at that.
He should have gone for the return.
Warm up, Michael. You're coming off.
Right corner back for Cork is Davy Russell. Miriam O'Callaghan has here, and she has raised the flag. The race isn't on, but the white flag, yes. Big cheer for Miriam as there's a sideline ball. As Davy Russell's team go back into the attack. And this time it's Joe Hennessy from Kildare. Oh, look at that. Fancy stuff. Being chased by Charles Fitzpatrick, who's had enough of it.
Yeah.
And said, you're not going to do that to me. And it's JJ Delaney that gives the ball out. And Jim Bulger's men go back into the attack. Ball dropping down. Still dropping. Oh, great catch. Once again. Good hands laid off. They're queuing up to have a shot here. Little flick. Oh! Now the goal of the day.
Martin Story.
Martin Story.
Unbelievable.
That is a fantastic goal. Just watch this. Goal of the year. And we've had a great hurling championship. But just watch the skill here. Story was waiting for it. Back to the goal. And a little flick over.
Can't beat experience. You cannot beat experience. Oh, everyone was rushing and racing and pulling and dragging. Just tapped it in behind him. What a score.
And in contrast, this is not how you take a sideline. Oh, Davy. just a gentle push. You need to get underneath it a bit more.
Easy known he's player manager. Marty.
He's picking himself.
Well, he could take himself off anytime soon, Davy, in fairness to him.
As the Wexford All-Stars, or Jim Bulger's All-Stars, go back into the attack. And whipped away on this occasion as Cork go into the attack, sending that ball in. But yes, Colm O'Rourke has decided that that ball is wide. Personally, I thought it was straight between the posts and over the bar. Did you think so, Johnny?
I thought so, but again, you know, he's too busy having a chat with Nicky English. I'm not sure about what, but they're chatting away down there. I think they've sent for a cup of tea as well. But don't worry about the game, boys.
Yeah, no, we'll take care of it. We'll make the calls for you. And it's Cork back in the attack again. Good ball. And it hits off the post, and yes, Colm O'Rourke is bending his back, but in fairness, that is a fantastic score on this occasion by Andrew Ring.
Yeah, brilliant score all the way out here on the right-hand side, just right on the touchline and straight between the posts.
Well, with the help of the post, in fairness, Johnny.
We think. Definitely not with the help of Colm anyway.
No, absolutely not. So the scoreline, by the way, is Jim's All-Stars are 4 goals, 6 points. Davies best, 1 goal and 7. And the boys in the red and white jerseys will have to step up to the task a little bit. There's a chance here for Conor McDonald. And that is in the back of the net. Now that is equally as classy as what Martin Story did. A brilliant finish by the Wexford full forward. Brilliant hurler, Conor McDonald.
Yeah, a great flick to get the ball initially, and probably a little bit lucky it came off Jackie Terrell, but put it straight past Damien Fitzhenry in the goal. But a great goal, Marty, absolutely fantastic.
I can tell you as well that Damien Fitzhenry has finally got up off the ground and is back between the posts. Took a little while. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving here as around the square, and there's a bit of a handshake there between Ollie Canning and Niall Quinn, but there is the referee, yes, Cyril Farrell, for the first time again in about 20 minutes, has blown the whistle. Well, and it's going to be 65, I think.
Yeah, well, Ty Furlong waved the wide, and in fairness to Niall Quinn, like the rest of us, Marty, we wouldn't be arguing with Ty Furlong. I'd rather be around. You wouldn't want to be getting into.
No.
But Niall Quinn is looking for the Hawkeye, and he forgets he's in Newbridge.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Hawk didn't plug it in this evening. It's not up and running yet.
Niall has obviously been training. There's a lot of muscle there. It's
relaxed muscle. Yeah. He's doing well.
And there's a penalty. The referee has made a controversial decision. Like Niall Quinn was fouled, but come on now, sir. There's no need to give him a free.
I think Davies made a controversial decision letting Niall take the penalty.
Niall Quinn against Damien Fitzhenry. Here comes Quinn. Ooh. He's taking his points.
Yeah. Again.
He might regret that in the end, but Niall Quinn has got his name on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
let's get immediate analysis from one of the greats of hurling. It is Brian Cody.
We were here on the sideline with banished Brian Cody. Niall Quinn just put it over the bar. If that was the black and amber now and they did that in a penalty, how would you feel?
No, a score is a score. Like, I mean, the game is tight. There's only about 4 points in it, so that point could be important yet for us.
It could be very important because there was a huge gap, but a bit like this summer, you've got your team ready to come back chipping away.
That's it, you see. We have plenty of very good, great players in the subs here behind us, and we'll be using all those. And it's only the first half, so hopefully we can keep in touch with them in the second half time. We'll let it rip again.
Who are you relying on to make the difference for you?
It's the whole thing. They're all there. Everybody is there. There's fellas who will be well known as hurlers and fellas who will be well known as jockeys and everything else. But tonight they're all really good hurlers.
Well, I'm going to get out of your way now because normally Brian Cody wouldn't let us sit near him on the sideline. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you.
Thanks a million.
That's true, Maura Tressa. But Charlie Carter is showing form here that is just fantastic. Look at the stick work here. Turned around and hit an absolute rasper into the back of the net. And I'm sure Brian Cody will be watching this and wondering, would he bring Charlie Carter back for the Championship 2019?
Well, look, you wouldn't know. He's definitely putting his hand up there. He's rattled the onion bag twice now already, Marty, and it's not even half time.
As once again, it's the Wexford boys. John Mulhall has been very impressive. Comes back to Andrew Ring, who's on a lot of ball. Into the centre. There's an opportunity here for Jim Sharry from Wexford. Ball is loose. Niall Quinn is going to grab it, pull it first time. There's a bit of a turmoil here as the ball is inside the square. Wexford lads can't get it out. And out it comes eventually. Happy to deliver it anywhere. There was an opportunity there.
Yeah, Niall looked across it. I think he was expecting someone to stick a head to it. And when the easier thing to do was put it in the net. But look, he's a team player.
Oh, the fancy work didn't work as Richie Hogan was showing off there a little bit, and Jamie Cott from Wexford says, no, not today. As the Cork All-Stars begin to build up, but on this occasion it's Jackie Tyrrell that comes across, showing some fancy. Michael Dignan has switched from one wing to the other, and Dignan has the ball. And I worry for him every time he gets it, but anyway, he has it back again. And now he's moving. Yes, he's moving. Yes, that's it. That is Michael Dignan laying it off on this occasion to Char Fitzpatrick. Into the set. Michael Dignan has gone for the return pass. This is fantastic play by Dignan. And is that over the bar? We'll never hear the end of it. No, thank God
they
it's
should
not
have given
wide.
it to him. They should have given it to him.
No.
He was after making that 20-yard of a burst. It took him 20 minutes. A yard a minute is not too bad, Marty.
No, absolutely. And it's Davy Russell's All-Stars again coming. Matthew O'Hanlon coming up all the way from Wexford. This is Michael Dignan again, Johnny. You talk about this. Isn't this something else?
Yeah, absolutely. And look at in the spirit of things, just for effort alone, they probably should have given him the score. I know it was wide, and there's no doubt about it, but they could have given it to him for making the effort.
Ball comes back outside. Damien stands firmly in front of it, but he didn't have to actually block it because Ollie Canning did all of that. Full credit to Ollie. Straight down the middle to Michael Dignan. Good hands by Dignan on that occasion, laying it off to Richie Hogan. Over towards Charlie Carter, who just misjudged it on this occasion. Charlie will be disappointed. Would you take him off, Johnny?
No, he's doing well now. He's doing well, although looking at the way he missed that and watching Brian Cody there, I'd say the pencil's gone through his name after making good strides.
I could see Charlie making a comeback in 2019, to be fair. As he's once again involved.
Has all the skills.
Oh, look at that. No sideline ball. Come on. No, there was no sideline ball whatsoever. That couldn't have gone over the line. Cyril Farrell has blown the whistle, and the lineswoman on this occasion, and Martin Story is asking for what? Look at this. This was clearly inside.
Yeah, no, she put up the flag. Katie Walsh there, not a woman to be argued with. She knows her stuff. She was happy enough that it crossed the line, even though it didn't. But anyway, she might have had a little wager now on Davies All-Stars. You wouldn't know.
Sensational news. Niall Quinn has been taken off. I wouldn't have taken her. I think that's a bit harsh.
Well, they didn't take him off. He just went off.
Oh, did he? All right.
he says, I'm out here. They've no one to put in, but he doesn't matter. He says, I'm out here.
And Nicky English is still there, still talking to Cullum, and Damien Fitzhenry joining in the fun as well. Jackie Tyrrell sweeps it away with passion and determination. Michael Dignan is getting on a lot of ball in this first half. He's going for distance this time, whipping it down in towards Ian McCarthy, who just escorted. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Escorted out over the end line and wide. 27 minutes gone. It feels like an hour and a half, but however, we're only 27 minutes gone. And the Cork lads go back into the attack as they make changes. Conor McDonald has gone in around the edge of the square as the ball drops in from way out the field. That is a fantastic point. Great score here in St. Conleth's Park, Newbridge, and good work on this occasion by the Davy Russell's men. As look at the stick work here. Great combination as we look at our programme, and we can tell you it's Kevin Phelan from Kildare.
Oh, yeah, great score by Kevin, yeah, way out the field, and had the flick and they looked very comfortable to send it over the bar.
Jim Bolger, 5'7", Davy Russell, 2'8". 28 minutes gone almost in this first half. And once again, it's JJ Delaney looking young and fresh as always, giving it down for Ursula Jacob. And Ursula from outside the 45-metre line whips that over the bar. Good score.
Yeah, great score by Ursula Jacob. One of the famous Camogie Jacobs from all the way from Wexford, shows that the skill is very much alive and well.
Staying with Camogie, let's go down to the sideline to Maura Tracy again.
The competition is fierce here. I'm joined by an All-Ireland winning captain, Annie Geary, and the competition is so high for places. You got subbed.
Well, what happened? I'm going back on again, Mark. There's no sub. Everybody has to get a run. This is all about everybody taking part. That's why my helmet's still back on, because I have no intention of sitting on the sideline for the rest of the game. That scoreboard does not. We can't finish off on that scoreboard. We have to have a few more goals. So
what's going wrong?
Oh, now corner forward was a new position for me. I got the first score of the game, so I'm happy enough. Look, they've just got some top-class players. But sure, look, it's only, you know that yourself, we're only halfway through the game yet.
Sure, it's a game of two halves. But the thing is, though, Annie, your standards are very high, and that kind of scoreboard, we expect more of Annie Geary's team.
Well, it's not my team. We'll see what Brian Cody has to say to us at half-time.
Some managerial dissent.
Well, I'm not the manager, I'm only a player. We'll wait and see. I'm sure I'm full faith in the people on the 15 and the team that they're going to come back.
We're going to see what happens in the second half.
The word up here is that Anna Geary was in fact taken off. I think she's going to be in for a shock if she'll appear ever again.
Yeah, she was taking no responsibility there.
No, none.
Fairness. Well, I had the finger out blaming everyone else.
Yes, including the manager.
Yeah, including the manager, yeah. Fairness to you.
She needs to adopt a better attitude now, in fairness. Although she did score the first goal, but I mean,
did.
it was right to take her off.
Yeah, we'd forgotten that, but she reminded us, a gentle reminder that she got on the score sheet.
Yes, we'll be showing the first score, no doubt, at half-time here, because Anna will want it to be shown as the ball comes back in. Davy Russell, I can see, is moving gingerly over to once again try a sideline cut. Personally speaking, I don't think he should.
Very brave from Davy. Very brave. Yeah, well, at least he connected that time. That's a plus.
Straight over the sideline. Fantastic, Davy. Well done.
He didn't agree with the sideline. He gave it back to them. very sporting of Davy.
Very decent.
I played football with Davy, you know.
Did you?
I did down in college in Kilkenny many moons ago.
Oh, here's another opportunity of a goal. Oh, great score. And Wexford, Jim Bolger's team, causing serious problems to Davy Russell's team as that ball dropped in. Brian Carroll gets another goal. Brian Carroll and Charlie Carter are tearing these Cork lads apart. Just a little touch.
Yeah, two goal machines in there, and in fairness, it's time for the sweeper role to be introduced here. You know, controversial enough, Marty, but like you can't continue.
I agree with you.
6 goals in 30 minutes it's just not acceptable.
And they're going for it here. This is Keith Higgins from Mayo. Mayo football is a brilliant hurler, dual star. And Keith was having a rasp, it was a good save. And Cyril Farrell has, thanks be to God, blown the half-time whistle. We've had enough. Thank you, Cyril. Good man. We'll all go for a cup of tea. Jim Bolger's team walking away with this performance here. 6 goals and 8 points for Jim Bolger's Stars. Davy Russell's Cork team, 2 goals and 10. Davy will have to make changes. But the most important part of our conversation, Johnny Doyle, was that you actually played football with Davy.
Played football with Davy, yeah. Davy did a horse breeding course down in the village of Piltown in County Kilkenny back in about 97. And I was studying horticulture down there at the time, and we lined out together playing football, and meet him up and down, and always have we share memories of a good few years ago when we were trying to play football together. And in fairness, his career went one way and mine went the other.
No, you both great careers. Well, there's no doubt about it, and we're really privileged to have undoubtedly the worst referee in Ireland. Yes, here tonight it is former Galway All-Ireland winning manager Cyril Farrell.
I'm joined now by the referee, Cyril Farrell. We were just discussing there, it was only a 30-minute half.
Yeah, it's back to the old thing. The boys said they didn't want to get a heart attack, so 30 minutes long enough, like, you know, nearly 31. So, like, you know, the ball, it's a new ball. I've never seen before. It's actually flying. It's a small ball flying around the pace. It's very fast, the pace of the ball. There's some fantastic scores. But of course, there's great players out there.
Was it hard for you to keep up the pace as well as referee, or did you keep a firm grasp on the game?
Sure, look, it was easy referee. I just blow the whistle at the start and the finish, maybe not for here and there. But the boys, they're playing in the right spirit. But like, they are good hurlers. The ball isn't hanging around. It's actually moving. Pitch is in great condition. The ball is kind of a bit light, so it's actually flying the whole time. There's no schmozzles.
And of course, we all know you and your hurling style. That's what you like. You like a good, strong, free-flowing game of hurling.
Yeah, look, that's what the crowd are here for. There's 4,000 or 5,000 here, and they love it. Maybe a bit more physical at times, like, but like the boys, for these as of club matches the weekend, you know, all the clubs started again now. But like, it's great. It's great such a crowd here. Like, I know they all pay the money, but it's still good to see a big crowd here as well.
Are you seeing any evidence of the dark arts that we hear so much about in Gaelic games here today?
No, not really. You have Jackie Turtle back there that know a lot about them, and JJ Lady. These boys, if you know, the Kilkenny boys know well how to hit you hard and fair, like, you know. But look, they're here, and that's like Richie Hogan's out there giving exhibition hurl. You know, all the boys are really playing well. You know, Matt Johan and these boys, you know, Lee Chin, great hurlers.
You're heading for the showers now as well. Who's going to be refereeing with the second half?
I think it's Jim Barry Murphy's here. I'm not too sure who's here. You wouldn't know what Jim would decide yet. Doesn't matter, anyway.
Before we let you go, who's going to win on Sunday in the senior hurling final?
Well, I know it'll be a great final, and I know the Neutrals love Limerick to win because they haven't won since 1973, but I really think Galway's experience should carry them through.
Good man. Thank you very much.
Well done to Cyril Farrell, and good news that he won't be refereeing the second half. We'll get somebody who will be coming in. Of course, since Anna Geary asked us to show that VT, you heard it yourself, how she got that first score. So we're going to show it to you here. Certainly the highlight of the first half. Never mind the 6 or 7 goals, as Anna was calling for it here clearly, wasn't she, Johnny?
Yeah, she said she called the 1-2. She didn't go for glory, Marty. You know, the goal was on, but she said, no, look, just to be sure, want to get the name on the scoreboard. Very selfish piece, really, when you think
Yes.
about it. Didn't think of the team, just went for her own score, but got it in fairness to her, and she deserves that bit of credit.
Yeah, she's a great dancer. Though.
Excellent answer by
Brilliant
all of you'll be well
You know,
more
10, 10,
able to
10.
comment. Yeah. You know,
Thanks,
if she,
Johnny.
if she was doing the waltz of Limerick now or the Shimsha Birch, I might have a more comment, but that foxtrot and all that it wouldn't be my wouldn't be my scene.
I'll get you into the move after. You just have to keep moving. That's the secret.
We'll go up to town for a few drinks, Martin. We'll see how it works out.
Well, here in St. Conlon's Park at half-time, it is Jim Bulger's All-Stars, 6 goals, 8 points, and Davy's best, 2 goals and 10. We're going to take a little quick cup of tea. We'll be back with the second half with a different referee.
we'll go back out with a pen afterwards.
Hit the ball there earlier. I thought it was a fucking tennis ball, right? Hey, buddy. I'm going, hurry up.
How about our...
No. No way, Nicky, not me.
Well, the second half here is about to get underway in Newbridge. Apparently, Marty Morrissey has gone running full pelt gallop back to the commentary box. I think I can see him scrambling up the steps, pulling on the microphone. Hurry up, Marty, and we're going to throw to Marty now, and he's going to commentate for us for the second half.
And away we go. You want to be fit for this game. Well, Johnny Doyle did okay in the first half, but we felt we needed somebody who would know something about hurling. So I'm delighted that Joe Quaid, former Limerick goalkeeper, all-star hurler, and Kildare hurling manager is with me now. Good evening, Joe.
Thanks, Marty. I don't know much about hurling, but I think Johnny Doyle might know a bit more.
It's been a very enjoyable evening so far. Damien Fitzhenry there, just going down on one knee, I think almost. Richie Hogan is there. Sweet ball outside as Jim Bolger's All-Stars will be hoping for further success and dominance. The 6-8 to 2-10 is an impressive lead. I don't know what Davy Russell's team can do, Joe Quaid.
Yeah, to be fair, I see a lot of them are very, very competitive out there on Jim Stars. I see JJ Delaney was there in the first half and he didn't give Johnny Smacks even a view of the ball, not to mind a touch of the ball. These old Kilkenny lads, I think they only know one way to hull.
Dangerous ball in, and out comes Ian McCarthy, I should say. And Ian is under a little bit of pressure, but he gets the ball away. Coming forward is Keith Higgins. Good hurler. Good
Great
footballer.
hurler. Yeah, he played against us in the Christie Ring this year. A serious operator.
And it's once again Wexford boys dominating. JJ Delaney looking as good and as fit as always. As Cork go into the attack. This is Lee Chin. Lee Chin dropping it in. Nobody can connect. Oh, that was a penalty, ref.
Penalty.
That had to be a penalty. Now, it was well outside the square, but that doesn't matter.
Well, to be fair, the way some of the referees gone this year, Marty, anything's possible. I think Tyke Furlong is down there. And
Tyke Furlong has moved from one goalpost to the other. It's been queried by the official, but that was clearly outside, well outside the large rectangle, and the referee amazingly has given a penalty.
Well, I'm hoping that all the Galway lads have the same eyesight problems that Sel has next Sunday.
I doubt it. Anyway, this is a vital moment. Cyril looking a bit tired now. He's blown the whistle at least 3 times. So the oxygen level is down. Damien Fitzhenry, he's minding one goal post. I don't know about the other one. And it's sent in. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And somehow Damien Fitzhenry hasn't lost his magic. The pressure is still on. Could go anywhere. Here comes the shot, and it's gone over the bar. But one of the highlights of this Hurling for Cancer match, belted in, and Damien Fitzhenry, at 62 years of age, spreading himself over there. Look, he's not looking good at all, Damien, but he's smiling. Let's get some more reaction. Let's go down to the sideline and join Moritas.
Well, I'm joined by a man now who just a few seconds ago asked me if I had any oxygen to help her with the CPR. Michael Dignan, people might say the man knows nothing about hurling, but you proved them wrong tonight.
I'd say a good few would say that. I don't know whether I proved anyone wrong, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I played the first half. I have to go to Adare for another gig. I didn't tag out for 9 years before tonight, but I really enjoyed it. I'm brilliant to play with some of the, beside Jackie Terrell and Ollie Canning, JJ Delaney. I did a bit of covering for them now in the first half, and I'm very upset with Willie Mullins. I went up the field 78 yards, popped on over the bar, and he waved wide. So Willie has no future as an umpire, and I want Hawkeye here for next year. I'm not coming back.
Or maybe he has a great future as an umpire, because we've seen all the controversies this summer. It's all been about umpiring.
It's all about umpire. Well, some of it, but look, what a brilliant occasion. I wasn't here before this year. 5,500 people here. I know many more contributed online. Great to see Pat Smullen here throwing in the ball, going through his own battle at the moment. And it's the one thing, it affects every family, cancer, and it's great to see people coming out and supporting it. Great fun and great names here and a great game of hurling, so thoroughly enjoyable.
With that, we'll let you get back into the showers. Thank you very much, Michael.
Kevin Phelan, number 37 for Davy Russell's team, is looking very sharp. He's from Kildare. He's a lovely stroke of a ball. He was sent that ball in. And here he is again, in fact. Sending it straight down the middle.
He's playing well half back, Marty. We played him half forward with us.
Oh, really?
So
Jeez,
shows
very well.
so much I know.
Well, at least you've admitted it live now on the radio or on the whatever we're
to
on.
be fair,
on
it's
Facebook.
early yet. We used to normally take him off after about 55 minutes.
Oh, sorry, Joe, to interrupt you, but Damien Fitzhenry is having a stormer. Another brilliant save. And you know how good Damien Fitzhenry is because you were a brilliant goalkeeper yourself.
Well, as they say, and what is it, an ounce of breathing's worth a ton of feeding, and I think I took the ton of feeding, and Fitzhenry has the has the breeding.
But anyway, sorry, you're talking about Kevin Phelan. Oh, hold on now, we might have something here. Ian McCarthy comes off his goal line, and Cork boys are there. Andrew Ring is available again, and getting on Kevin Phelan, I should say. And coming away with it this time is number 32, Andrew Ring, who's been on a lot of ball. Oh, poor ball there. And it's Wexford have it back once more. Knocking it back. Oh, great determination by Davies boys as Aidan Fogarty goes forward at pace. There's an opportunity here. He pulls the trigger! And it's just over the bar. It was so close.
I think Johnny Smack seems to be taking JJ for a bit of a journey in the second half. I think he was given out in the first half. He was being treated very unfairly.
Lee Chin was the one that created it there, showing really great form as the Wexford boys come back again. Shane Ryan from Kildare dropping that ball in as Davy Russell's team are under a little bit of pressure here. They've been under pressure since about 6 o'clock when the game started. And that ball is going left and wide. The umpire has signalled it wide. I have my doubts, but anyway, it's Cork with the quick puck out as they go back into the attack. And, it's a chance here. There's a little bit of doubt in the Wexford team, but Jackie Tyrrell says it's your ball. Nicely dispossessed by Mikey Fogarty, who's playing well. Dropping the ball in. There's a chance here. Paul, oh, great goal. This time not even David Fitzhenry could stop it. Smashed into the back of the Wexford net, and Davy Russell's team are back in the game.
Yeah, that's some finish. Look, one touch. Tell you, Johnny Glynn will be proud of that one.
Conor MacDonald from Wexford was the one that rattled the net. Great score as the comeback is on, 6-8 to 3-12. And Cork under a little bit of pressure here. Matthew O'Hanlon is looking well in that red and white jersey. Normally it's purple and gold that I see him in. And Richie is well surrounded, nowhere to go. Richie let the ball off. Still Richie's being held. No free still. And there's a bit of a schmozzle. Well,
it's still awake.
Sil Farrell said he was disappointed there was no schmozzle, but we had a bit of a one there. And Miriam O'Callaghan is about to wave the flag for the second time in this match.
Yeah, I think the first time it was calling for a cup of coffee or something.
Was that it? All right,
yeah.
okay, well, that explains it. As the ball comes back over to the Wexford attack, and number 19 is Shane O'Rourke, son of Cullum O'Rourke was here, and Shane Offalyman sends that over the bar. So let's go down to the sideline. I think Maura Trassa has another legend with her.
Well, we're on the sideline, and I'm joined by AP McCoy, who's enjoying the hurling.
We are. Myself and Freddie were having a chat rather than we were watching the hurling, but there's a few lads now, I think, if they were working in Jim Bulger's in our time, they might get sacked. I don't think they're trying hard enough.
You don't think they're trying hard enough? And you're giggling away down here, is that Freddie?
They're trying a lot harder than Davy Russell's, aren't they? Davy Russell's team would definitely get sacked if they were in Jim Bulger's.
This jockey fraternity, you guys are really mean to each other.
No, but it's true though, you know what I mean? There's a few lads there I saw at half time, they weren't even sweating.
Oh my God, they weren't even sweating. And like, I've seen you guys when you come off after a race, you know, you've worked hard.
They weren't making any effort. You know, they always say as a jockey that it's always the horse that does the work, but I'm not so sure about that.
Who does the work? Does that mean that will we argue then that perhaps the hurl and the sliotar are doing the work and not the hurlers?
Yeah, well, there's a few of the lads now weren't blowing very hard, to be honest. So I think they could make a little bit more of an effort. Definitely Davy Russell's lads. They're not trying.
Well, if that's not inspiration and motivation now for Davy Russell.
If Davy Russell's team were horses, they'd all have blinkers on them.
Wow, that's some classic shade throwing here in the sideline. We'll go back to safety to Marty Morrissey.
Quote of the day so far. Thank you, AP McCoy. As Anna Geary scored another point, which means we'll have to show it again at the end of the game to make sure everybody saw it. As Cork go back in the attack. Andrew Ring gives the ball up, but this time cut out by Jim Bulger's Stars. And good work again. A bit of, I think AP McCoy's words are beginning to be heard on the field because a little bit of an effort here from Davy Russell's team. There's a bit of a chop down there, which again the referee, but the referee is in somewhere down near Navan at the moment because he hasn't moved since from the middle of the field. Has Cyril Farrell moved in the second half?
I think he tripped over his laces there at one stage.
Yeah,
but
that's it. See, there's Cyril in the middle of the field. Yes, hasn't moved since he threw in the ball. And it's Cork now. Can Davy Russell's team a nice little ball inside? Little 1-2. They've been practicing
there's
this.
a bit
Conor
of
McDonald
showboating.
is going to hit a shot. And
Fitzhenry
Damien
again.
Fitzhenry is there again. Exhibition stuff from the former Wexford All-Star goalkeeper. And nice little combination again as the ball comes into the centre. Opportunity here, and they're going to be... Oh, Conor is there. Conor wraps it in back of the net. Good combination play. Conor McDonald at the end of it, and they're back in the match big time.
I think they were only tying with him in the first half, Marty. I think they were allowing the boys to tire themselves out. But to go back to AP McCoy, I think definitely he's a future on the Sunday game.
Absolutely.
If Joe Brawley ever retires.
Johnny Smack has been introduced, I have to say, by Davy Russell. He's making a difference, Johnny Smack. I've never heard of Johnny Smack, but he's making a difference.
You've never heard of the two Johnnies?
Oh, I have. Oh,
yeah, that's one of them, yeah.
Oh.
Such as easy when there's two of them to
Well,
make
it
an
is, yeah,
impression.
that's true. Yeah. That's why they're playing so well. Jim Bolger's team 6'9", Davy Russell's 4'13". Make that up there fairly quickly.
Tis close.
Tis close, yeah. And let's go back down to the sideline. I don't believe that Maura Trassa has got another exclusive interview.
You're going to attempt to do an interview while this is going on. This is like, American football now. We're going all for it. Damien Fitzhenry, you're minding the goals, but you've taken time to come out here, hopefully before the sliotar comes back down again. How's it going?
Well,
we've got a sub.
Colm O'Rourke is in the goal, so we're sorted for a few minutes there.
Are we sorted? Is that good or bad for your team?
No, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, look, it's grand. Everyone is enjoying the night.
Is it nice to be back in between the sticks at a competitive inter-county level?
Well, it's competitive enough there. There's a lot of balls coming in here now. They're getting fairly serious. So look, it's great. It's great to be involved in this. I was here from the first year. Never missed any year. So very enjoyable and looking forward to it.
Oh, there's one. Sailing over?
Yeah.
Over. Well, at least that doesn't bother a goalie. Oh, it's gone wide. They're waving it wide.
We had it wide, so we're happy enough. So, yeah, look.
You've let, was it, not to be pouring salt into the wounds here, you've let, 6 past you?
No, 4.
4? Oh, you're
I'm playing with Jim.
You're playing.
And that's the last we'll hear of Maura Trassa for the rest of this programme. Ball has been amazing to see Colm O'Rourke with a hurley and indeed between the posts. So a little bit of history live on your screens or laptops or whatever you're watching this match coming to you live.
He pulled off the shot puck out to perfection.
He did. And that ball is going in again, and the ball is wide. Not much between the teams. 6'9". Here's Colm O'Rourke. Watch the short puck out from Ed. Look, he's been watching Anthony Nash. Fantastic play by Colm O'Rourke. Straight out to his teammate. And that was good play by Colm O'Rourke.
I suppose he's been looking at enough of it in the football, the old possession game. So it is transferable, obviously, Marty.
Lee Chin. As the Cork boys go back into the attack. Or at least they try to get into the attack. Chad Fitzpatrick is there. Ball comes back outside again to Andrew Ring. And that goes over the bar. Great comeback by Davy Russell's men.
Yeah, I definitely think they were tying with him. I think they said they'd tire him out in the first half. It's a bit of a Galway performance from Jim's Stars in the first half, but hopefully we'll see Limerick coming back on Sunday, Marty, like Davy's boys.
Exactly. So, any changes you'd make, Joe, to this team, or would you just abandon it right now?
To be fair, I'd take most of them off before they get heart attacks.
Yeah. Jackie Terrell is laying it back and sending it up the middle. Good catch again by Andrew Ring, or rather Kevin Phelan from Kildare. Kevin is playing really well. Lee Chin floats it into the centre. An opportunity here. Here's that man. It's Johnny Smack. There's a chance here. Somebody has to pull the trigger. It's still there. Damien Fitzhenry is there.
Have we a streaker on the field, or who's after coming in from behind the goals, Marty?
I can't see it. I don't want to see it, to be honest with you.
Oh no, he's kind. He's clothed.
As the Wexford boys come out with it and down into the middle of the field, and this is looking good for Jim Bolger's boys. As Richie Hogan, he puts the ball in under his arm. Still, oh, lovely skill, lovely punch. Oh, beautiful one-touch hurling. About 24 steps by Richie, but who cares? As the ball comes out the field again, but that's worth looking at. I know Anna Geary mightn't like us looking at somebody else's skill, but we will have to look at that
I think
again.
for Stephen Hunt, I think he's looking for man of the match again this year.
Typical Stephen Hunt, yes. Look at this. Here's Richie now. That's fine. He's looking good. Now he has to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, hold on. Look at the one touch. Here comes the first time pull, and only Ian McCarthy denied the Wexford corner forward. Lee Chin sending it over. Not quite reaching the destination. He's getting a little bit colourblind there because he gave it straight to Jackie Tittle in the Wexford jersey. Comes out for his Chaff Fitzpatrick. Sending it down low. Nicely picked up. Oh, no free. Is there a free? Yes, there is a free.
I'd say it was a card, Marty. Funny Cell probably has him in the car.
The ball is in the middle of the field as Wexford Richie Hogan is determined to. Lovely little flick. He's gone for the return pass, but there's no hope of getting the return pass because the other fella didn't see it coming. As the ball comes down in towards the Wexford defence, and they're coming to grips with the Cork attack, and the Cork attack have been outstanding in this second half. They looked beaten by half time, and since Johnny Doyle left and Joe Craig joined us in commentary, this game has really improved in every way. Let's go down to the sideline for some more reaction.
I'm joined the sideline. Things are getting very hot and heavy. Where's Davy Russell gone? I mean, there you are. He's nearly your franchise. How are you feeling so far? Things are getting very close.
Yeah. The boys are putting in a huge effort in the second half here now. There's some lovely hurling being played. So hopefully now we can get our sticker heads in front.
You togged yourself this week despite coming off the back of an injury.
Yeah, I got a bit of a bang during the week, but nothing too serious. Now, to be fair, we were over quick enough. The doctors looked after me well.
Is that now what jockeys say? Anyone else would probably still be in hospital with a cast top to toe, but for you, you just say it's a small little injury and you go and you play some hurling.
No. It honestly wasn't too bad. I damaged a couple of nerves more so than anything, so no.
Speaking of nerves, it's very, very close here. I know this is a charity that's really close to your heart and you put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah, I suppose, look, Jim puts a lot of effort into it, and he asked me to gather a team together, and then everybody gives their time so freely. It's fantastic, I must say. The guys out in the pitch are a credit to themselves, and then the crowd that turns up makes it a great day, you know.
Do you have any influence on who gets selected?
And, well, I try, and the boys, anybody I ask are good enough to come, do you know what I mean? So it's great.
Jeez, that's very camaraderie. But listen, JB, thank you very much. Best of luck. Thank you.
And a great score there just a moment ago, and Davy Russell, what a wonderful sporting legend, and what a great jockey, but loves Cork, loves hurling, and loves his horse riding as well, and we should be very proud of all of the people here this evening, thoroughly enjoying this match and giving of their time voluntarily, and indeed scoring points for fun.
That's the equaliser, Marty, is it?
The sides level, yes, a big round of applause. The ball coming over to this man over the far side. That's Larry O'Gorman from Wexford, the Larry O'Gorman.
I doubt it, Marty.
I don't think so.
I don't think it was. He's way too good looking to be Larry.
No, that's not Larry. No. Anyway, somebody obviously took the jersey. Sides are level anyway at St. Conleth's Park in Newbridge. 48 minutes played. It's enough for any match, in fact, at this level, and it's getting very dark. Here in St. Conleth's Park, much brighter on your television screens. As, oh my word, Cork are going for glory now. Davy Russell's team, and once again it's Larry O'Gorman. Davy Russell is even given a round of applause as the man has, with 21 on his back, is playing a stormer, whoever he is.
Don't worry, Larry will claim it was him.
Mark Enright, the jockey, is actually wearing number 21, and no wonder he's enjoying it, and Larry will be very proud that Mark Enright is in there. Look at that. Actually, he had a great winner, Mark Enright, at the Galway races. I was actually backing him. Now that I noticed Mark, I didn't recognise him there with the helmet. Great little jockey from Limerick and loves hurling, and is above all else heading to Croke Park on Sunday to see his team try and win the All-Ireland for the first time in 45 years. Comes back outside here. There's a chance. Oops, that's just gone over the bar, is it? Yes. Scraping the crossbar.
Brian Carroll, I think, is it?
And good score indeed. Lovely stick work here. James Dowling from Kilkenny. Whoa, that was pretty close.
Very, very close. The boys playing out through the lines now again. The old Kilkenny boys queued out.
Lots of people have been texting us wondering why didn't Joe Quaid tug out. Joe, can you give us a response to that?
I've lost enough parts of my anatomy over the years, Marty, and I'd like to keep what I have.
Wouldn't blame me for that. And meanwhile, Cork have got a goal.
Johnny Smacks is on fire.
And Johnny Smack is on fire. Watch the trouble he's causing here. Shoving and pushing. Trying a little flick there which didn't work. Back it comes again. Watch this.
Square ball, ref. Square ball.
Square ball, absolutely. Johnny Smack should have been a free out. But instead, the referee, who really hasn't a clue about
He's on again, Marty. He's after putting another one over.
Yeah. Oh, is it Johnny Smack again? Man of the match, Johnny Smack coming good in the last couple of minutes.
I think he was minding himself in the first half. He was leaving JJ tire himself out.
Colin O'Rourke and Tyke Furlong have done absolutely nothing in this match except talk.
Totally disinterested.
Sideline ball.
So the two boys only came for the half-time team, Marty.
That's, I think so. And the barn brack. Sideline ball here. Let's go down to the sideline and see who else Moratrassa has.
I'm here now joined on the sideline by Jim Bulger. This is your baby. This is all your brainchild. And it's raising money, but it's also giving us a great game of hurling.
Yeah, the hurlingers have a very high standard, yeah. We're in a bit of trouble now. We're 5 points down with not many minutes to go.
What are you going to do?
Well, I can't do anything about it, but...
Surely now, as the owner of the franchise here, you could start directing what's done.
Oh, well, we've a few subs gone in, so hopefully they'll make a difference.
We do hear about the impact subs and the impact they have, especially in the modern game.
True, yeah, but they might take a little time to warm up.
All jokes aside, it's such a worthy charity, and it's growing year on year. You had over 4,000 here last year, you've over 5,000 here this year.
Yeah, we're very pleased now with the attendance. People are very good to come out, and the players, they've travelled from long distances as well, and you know, it's great to have them.
I don't need to remind you, of course, of the Newbridge or Nowhere controversy. If your attendances keep growing, you might have a problem in a few years' time.
It's possible, yeah, but we'll be staying here as long as we can. Yeah.
Lovely, Jim. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Willie Mullins raises the white flag and they're off. I always wanted to say that on a microphone. As ball comes down, that was a good score. And thanks to Jim Bulger and indeed Davy Russell and all the people who supported us here for this Hurling for Cancer, which has grown significantly and substantially, and raising money. And it's just very, I suppose, we're all very proud to just be part of it.
Yeah, look, I had a sister that passed away from cancer there on the 4th of June, my sister Teresa, and you know, I was at this last year, and it was an absolute pleasure to come up again. The work that's been done, like, there isn't a door that cancer passes, Marty, and to watch someone, a loved one, waste away from that horrible disease is terrible. But look, when you see what Jim and Davy are doing here and the support they get, it definitely helps families that are suffering.
It's even more significant and poignant, I suppose, the fact that when you lose a family member, we've all had friends and relations that we lose sometimes at a very early age to cancer, so it's even more significant and relevant.
Yeah, I suppose, look, and my sister passed away the Monday before we played the Christie Ring semi-final against Derry. And I suppose you have to make light of certain things, and our goalie Paddy McKenna that day blocked absolute bullets, and one of the Derry lads missed a sitter, and I was passing by the sideline, I looked up to the heavens, and the guy that was doing the gate above in Skeen and Monaghan turned around. He said, "There's someone up there looking after you." And I said, "Yeah, my sister, she passed away Monday." I said, "But I didn't realise she was a goalie." Then again, she was a Quaid.
She was a Quaid, yeah, exactly. What do you expect when you're a Quaid? You have to be a goalkeeper. Well, nice story. Let's go down to the sideline to join our good friend and colleague. Who is it, Maura Trassa?
I'm joined now on the sideline by Miriam O'Callaghan. You're usually used to refereeing between politicians, but it's a different ball game here.
The politicians are actually easier. John here is my aide, and we nearly got killed a minute ago, so we're concentrating very hard now.
Are you getting much abuse from the managers in the sideline?
No, they're being very good. In fact, it's a good new job. I think I'll take it as a full-time job.
You know, GAA is volunteer, you don't get paid.
That's no problem. I'd enjoy it. Not sure my kids would, but I would.
And how are you finding the responsibility?
It's good. Well, I've got a good playmate here, so he's keeping me straight. He's telling me what to do.
See, that sounds to me like you're looking for somebody to blame.
No, it's pretty easy. You kind of either go that way or that way. Honestly, it's okay.
All jokes aside, it's a great charity to be involved in.
It's a fantastic charity. I'm delighted I'm involved. I think it's even a bigger crowd than last year. Fair dues to Jim Bulger and Davy Russell. I'm delighted to be here and part of it.
The game is getting closer. I'm going to let you go in case you get into trouble for not officiating properly. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Maura Trassa. As Jim Bulger's All-Stars went back into the attack, Cork relieved the pressure, but it's a sideline ball. As we head into the 55th minute, sideline ball is taken in the wrong direction. So I'm sure the referee, I think he has blown the whistle. He's given the free down to Wexford, and they have to come good.
That was Maura Trassa's fault. She was distracting.
She was, yes, exactly. No time to be talking to Miriam. But great to see Miriam here with all of us. Bit of a stalemate over the far side. It's ball skips off the top of the hurley, and here's a brave young Cork hurler. And say by the look of him, he's the top class jockey. It is indeed Shane Dusty Foley from Kilkenny.
Oh.
And that is going to be, I'd say Cullum doesn't know what it is.
That was out in Gillane there for a minute.
Yeah, let's just watch it in. As Dusty came in, ball into the centre. There was an opportunity here. I wouldn't try to stop him either now if I was the Wexford man. Taking 25 steps at least, number 28. And then with a football belt, drove it wide. Even the cameraman there behind wasn't that interested in it.
There was no threat.
There was no threat. But Cork keep coming as they look for another score as the ball drops in. Comes back off the post. They're waiting for it. What's it going to be? If Johnny Smack is in there, but it's Wexford that have the ball and they come out with it with, of course, Jackie Terrell. Sending it straight down the middle. There's an opportunity here for Wexford to produce something. They have plenty of players to the left and right. Still, well, you don't need to go through the middle. That surely is a free in.
I think he got caught in the stalls, Marty.
Yeah.
He was trying to burrow his way out.
Great skill here by Liam McGovern. That
definite
was a high
charging. Charging, Mary. Charging.
At least 3 Cork that should be sent off there.
Worst part about it
Has to be a penalty. Cyril Farrell will be in the large rectangle by Wednesday of next week. Yes, he has. Actually, he took the bus.
I think he's throwing it in, is he?
Oh, terrible decision by the referee. That should be a penalty. He's giving it to Ursula
Jacob. He's giving a penalty as well, yeah.
He is giving a penalty. So Ursula Jacob is going to take the penalty. I've seen her score goals in Croke Park on All-Ireland Final Day, but this is real pressure. Here she comes, takes a shot, and it's gone wide. Can she take it again? Well, she has a smile on her face, but I'd ask her to take it again.
She probably got Marty, one of the best goals ever seen in Croke Park in All-Ireland Camogie Final. Remember that, off the ground.
Look at the new umpire. That was the umpire, that was Tyke Furlong. And he's now gone into goals. He's pucking the ball out for Damien Fitzhenry, who needs a bit of a rest. And it comes back again for us, Matthew O'Hanlon, and Matthew O'Hanlon sends the ball wide.
It's nearly gone to Naas, I'd say.
I'd say it is gone to Naas. Let's go back down to the sideline to see who else Maura Trassa is meeting.
Now I'm joined at the sideline here by a man who we normally think of, when we think of him, we think of football, not hurling. Peter Canavan, I hear you normally tog, but didn't this year.
Well, football's only for the lads and lassies that can't play hurling. I would have played a wee bit a long time ago, but look, I'm delighted to be here. Number one, it's a worthy cause. Number two, when Jim Bulger tells you to do something, you do it.
And you've participated over the years, you haven't this year, but the standard is going up, isn't it? I mean, it'd be a brave person to go out there.
I got the legs whapped on me here last year, so I said never again. I wasn't going to do that. I thought it was only a bit of crack. But no, they actually take it serious enough when you're out there, and the standard is very high, so there was no place for me. But again, fantastic crowd out to support such a worthy cause, and both Jim and Davy deserve a lot of credit once again.
Speaking of Davies, you see Davy Fitz there looking very animated now. He's getting into it.
He's getting into it, but he was just telling me how Wexford's going to win the All-Ireland next year, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
But more importantly, are Tyrone going to win the All-Ireland?
Well, we've got a chance because we're there. But look, it's a one-off. We could play Dublin 10 times and we might only beat them the once. So we're hoping
all you need.
that once is Croke Park in a couple of weeks.
Thank you very much for your time, Peter. Thank you.
One of the greats of Gaelic football. I had the pleasure of watching and observing Peter Canavan from County Tyrone as the ball is sent in. Lovely little bit of stick work. We're in the last 30 seconds. And certainly the oxygen is waiting along the sideline for a few of our lads here. As Cork go back in the attack. Conor MacDonald sending it in low, runs on. There's an opportunity here. And what's going to happen? Damien Fitzhenry is going to clear it down, despite the arrival of Christina Crummy from Kildare. And once again, the crowd now just waiting for the final whistle, where they'll approach onto the field and congratulate whoever they were shouting for, as the ball is sent in and the ball is given away. We're now into injury time, which was about 20 minutes ago. And everybody is looking at Cyril Farrell. Cyril Farrell is
Has he even got a watch?
I'm not too sure, but he's letting play go on. Knowing Cyril, he'll play on an extra 10 minutes. This is Cork looking good. There's an opportunity from in front of the stand, and that's over the bar.
That lad is shooting the lights out, Marty.
Mark Enright is having some match. Watch this. Look at this.
That's 3 points he's after getting.
Yeah. Good hurler. I'm not too sure what part of Limerick he's from. Do you know?
I don't know.
He's a good hurler. Great jockey. Had a big win at the Galway races. And he had a big win because I had a few bob in him, but anyway.
It was a bigger win for you, Marty.
And the Wexford lads come back into the attack, trying to get past the cover here. Ball given away again. And Cork looks so confident now. And it's Mark Enright. Good hands, giving it out for as Andrew Ring. Or indeed Kevin Phelan. Kevin Phelan sending it in, and Kevin Phelan sending it over the bar. Well done, Kevin Phelan.
To be fair, he scored more tonight than he did with us all year.
He knew you were watching. And it brings to an end the Hurling for Cancer match 2018 before a crowd of over 5,000, 5,500 is the estimated crowd. Wonderful atmosphere, and everybody signing autographs and taking pictures and selfies, and all just in a great cause. And I salute Jim Bolger and Davy Russell for providing this over the last number of years. They're raising hundreds of thousands of euro for research for cancer, and as Joe Quaid testified earlier, having lost his sister, may she rest in peace, Joe, but so good of you to join me in the commentary, and Johnny Doyle, who wasn't that good anyway, now that he's not here, but he's gone training actually, but he is training tonight with his club. But there's Jedja Delaney looking fresh and young as always, and we really had a great evening, and I hope above all else that you enjoyed our coverage, because Dave Finnick, who is the director here, is the man who actually saw, let's do this. And a lot of us that work with Dave and a few others, a few of my own colleagues in RT are here, and we're delighted just to give something to this wonderful cause. So I hope above all else, wherever you were watching this special night, that you enjoyed it. So let's go down to the sideline to Maura Tarson.
I'm joined now by the winning management team. We have Finn Russell, who's obviously all the brains behind it, Davy and Brian. Davy, the win must feel pretty good.
I tell you, I'm delighted that we won, to be honest. There's a couple of years there we got a bit of a trouncing, but to be fair, the boys put up a great performance in the second half. It didn't look likely now heading into the half time, but you just never know. There was a high class quality player there, and we're just delighted to win it now.
Sure, Brian Cody, you wouldn't tolerate a trouncing now at all.
No, I mean, the first half things weren't looking good for us, but the game lasted a long time, and Davy really got the boys going there at half time and that, you know. So the second half was top class and good win, very, very good win, and we're all very happy about it.
What did you say to them at half time, Davy?
No, I just told the boys not to panic, and sure, they looked, they obviously knew there was 10 points between them, and they were actually confident enough, to be honest. They were all confident that they'd stick in a couple of goals, and we'll be right back in it.
Sure, Brian, you'd know well, panicking is no good in hurling.
No place for panic. And if anybody knows about not panicking, it's jockeys like Davy here. So, I mean, all great top sports people out there. And look, it's a great night, obviously, terrific crowd, great cause, obviously, and we're very happy to get the win as well.
If you had to choose, if you're a champion jockey or a champion hurler, what do you think would be harder?
You see, Davy is both, you see. Davy is a champion jockey.
I was asking you first to see.
But you better ask him, you know. I mean,
What do you think yourself?
look, jockeys are phenomenal people. Like, you know, what they do is outrageous in lots of ways. The fearlessness they have is top class, you know. So we just admire them. But I mean, sports people admire each other, and that's it.
I have to say, all right, both sports, they do require an element of fearlessness and possibly an element of, I suppose, restrained, organised recklessness.
Yeah, but sure, it's the dedication that the boys put in. To be honest, when I was young, I actually wanted to play cornerback for Cork. Before I ever wanted to ride a horse, I dreamed about fielding a ball and driving it down the field for Cork, but I soon found I wasn't good enough for that, and I turned my time to riding horses. But I love hurling. I'm really passionate about it, and you can see the skill and the style of the lads out in the pitch there. It's brilliant.
Well, Davy, I think you've done pretty well for yourself, even if you never played cornerback for Cork. Thanks a million, lads. Congratulations. And now that was it. I hope you really enjoyed it. We've had a great time here. We've loads more to come, and keep an eye on this feed. It will be looping for the next few days. And don't forget, donate. The most important thing at all. #Hurling for Cancer. Thank you very much for your time. Agus slán go fóill.